I totally thought he was serious about the Bandit Fort cage match. I was happy to take him up on it. And now that he has declined to play a cage match full of Bandit Fort, we've had 2 kingdoms out of 3 that are just spamming silvers. Alrighty. I haven't actually looked at this kingdom yet. What do we got going on here? This looks both strong and confusing. So much going on. There's Page. How much does getting champion matter? I mean, on the one hand, champion makes steward and inventor a lot better than they otherwise would be. On the other hand, there's so much else here that's already incredibly fast. I could totally see skipping Page. I'm not sure what I'm doing. There's engineer and inventor for gains. Plenty of draw with city quarter, steward, hostelry stuff. Chapel's obviously very strong trasher. The team's really strong, but I think getting the opening right is going to be really important. Options. I mean, you could just do Page Chapel, simple, to the point. Gets your page line running, gets youth in really fast. That seems pretty intuitive. Alternative could be something like Inventor Chapel. If those don't collide, you'd be really happy. You could like invent hostelry, chapel away 4 cards. I think that may be worth the gamble, actually. I'm going to do that. And it looks like it's paid off pretty well, provided my chapel doesn't bottom deck. So 5/7 chance. I think I'm okay delaying the page. Maybe never even getting page. I'm not sure. I might need to get page eventually. I mean, just getting 1 champion is worth like so many villages. If I just plan to play like tons of stewards and inventors, like that would take like tons of hostelries and ironmongers to cover the action cost of. So I think I'll pick up a page soon-ish. Not now, but soon-ish. Actually, it could be now. I could just discard 2 and then buy page for 1. I think that's worth it. I mean, his shuffles aren't bad either, but I took the slightly riskier line, and so far it's looked worth it. I got to see Chapel and Inventor on separate turns, turn 3 and turn 4, which is obviously really good news. He's going to get champion up and running really fast, but I don't think that's necessarily the biggest deal. I mean, it's a big deal. It's not nothing for sure. This is a good draw as well. I think I just trash everything and then gain something. Ironmonger. And am I buying engineer? I don't know. I think, what have I trashed? I've trashed 3 coppers, 5 total coppers, and all my estate. So there's 2 coppers left. I might get some silvers off of Treasure Hunter. Kind of thinking yes to engineer. That warrior could have been a lot worse. Down there is like a hostelry and a treasure hunter, both of which have been very sad to hit. But all's well that ends well, as they say. And an ironmonger, right? Oh, wait, not a treasure hunter. I don't have a treasure hunter. I don't even have the treasure hunter yet, do I? I haven't played my page. Never mind. The hostelry and the ironmonger are the 2 bad targets. But there's no treasure hunter to hit. So I've got 3 terminals now to play, right? Chapel, Engineer, Inventor. And this Ironmonger is not going to act as a village unless I could pop the Engineer for 2 things. Like take 2 Ironmongers. That sounds good, right? Trash Engineer. Keep. And then if I gain an Inventor off of this, I can play it. Right. Yeah, this all works out fine. I'm just gonna be in debt like forever, aren't I? Maybe I should have considered that. Do I need draw now? I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 stop cards. I think I might want draw anyway. Yeah, so he's gonna be way faster than I am to champion, it seems. Which means he'll be able to spam stewards with relatively reckless abandon, which is good news for him. The upside is I think I'm ahead on like gaining this stuff and getting thin. So we shall gain another inventor. Keep that. Oh goodness. Oh goodness me. How many silvers I'm gonna have to get? He gained... Oh god. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. So I guess I need another steward. It's 2 cards. Yeah, there's no way around it. It's happening. I'm taking a bunch of silvers. I can't play the steward now. Actually, let me undo that. I should do this in a different order, I think. I'm gonna gain a vampire. No, that doesn't make a difference. I was thinking I could gain the vampire, draw it with a steward, but either I draw it with a steward and then I can't play the treasure hunter, or I play the treasure hunter and draw with a steward and I trigger a horrific shuffle full of silvers. I'm just being kind of sloppy here, aren't I? Third time's the charm. Let's gain an ironmonger. Take a bajillion silvers and be sad. Yeah. I guess this is the one big downside of delaying Page, is having to play the treasure hunter at a point where your opponent is gaining 1,000,000 cards, as opposed to him, who I think gains 0 silvers. Where was his? Yeah, he got 0 silvers off of his. So I've lost whatever thinness advantage I formerly had. Now the important thing is to locate my warrior. That was a lucky reveal. I had a 50-50 to not be able to play 2 terminal actions this turn. And I'm pretty sure I'm just trashing all this. And City Quarter? If I buy City Quarter, I think I'm just admitting that I'm going to be in debt forever. But that's probably fine. Yeah, I was thinking I really liked how my opening went. The turn 3 and turn 4 were about as good as I could have hoped for. I mean, not like perfect, but like definitely the upside. So I was thinking I was in a good spot. All of a sudden I'm not. Having to take the silvers hurt, and it means I'm going to be really behind on the inventors. I only have 3 inventors, which is not a good number. I mean, 4 inventors is kind of significant because 4 is the number that reduces provinces to 4, which then lets you pop engineers to gain 2 provinces. Here there's a slight workaround that involves more draw, which is with only 3 inventors, which is I guess what I'm stuck with all game now. I can pop the engineers for 2 vampires and then use vampires to gain the provinces. That is, of course, a bit awkward. But there's no way around that now. I can play more terminals than I have, so I should probably gain something else. Another steward, I suppose. Oh, there's no quick way to gain engineers, is there? That's a bit of a problem, huh? I want a city quarter, because, you know, draw is draw. But I think I need to start picking up engineers now, because I can only get them one at a time. There's no way to get engineer except buying it, and then there's only one buy to go around in this kingdom. And if I want to do the like pop engineer, gain vampires thing, having engineers is kind of important to that. So I think I have to buy this and just pray that I can draw next turn. Which is far from guaranteed, because last turn kicked off with a city quarter plus 4 actions in my starting hand. No guarantee I get to see that again. My hope is he duds here for a turn or two, because I think his deck has a ton of inventors, but not much draw yet. Looks like that's what's happening here. Now that is a risky amount of gains he has chosen to gain there. Maybe with some luck I can pile out here. I think I should draw a steward first, so this draws more. All right, can I win? So involves 7, 8 gains for 2 stewards, 5 ironmongers, and a province. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gains, so not enough. There's no way to get additional gains mid-turn or anything. Yeah, so I don't think I can win here, can I? Piles are not low enough for that. So we'll just play our champion. I don't really want to lower stewards or ironmonger, so I'm considering just inventing for hostelry to get a horse for next turn, which might be equivalently good as far as draw goes. I could gain 2 vampires now. They won't be vampires next turn though, which is when I probably like realistically really need them to be vampires. If I use them this turn, that is. On the upside though, maybe these vampires could potentially hurt his chances of drawing here. Is that even true? Like what things could cause him to dud? Maybe poverty or something? Or haunting. There's a chance that could help. The alternative is, of course, taking steward or something, or hostelry again, to increase my chances of drawing next turn. But like with a full draw, I think he could win, right? He's got more than enough inventors to pile. So I think maybe the vampire play is the correct one. Just to try to make sure he duds. Not sure if this is right. Play this. I could trash the chapel and the gold. That's one option. So if I play this for coins, I can buy engineer. I'll get 2 from Basilica, even if I don't play the gold. Then I can play vampire, gain hostelry, gain horse off the gold. Actually, I don't think I want to trash because these are each worth 2 points with museum around. They increase my chance of dudding, of course, but I think I might just need to take that risk. Actions, buy engineer, shoot at. Please get some good attacks in. Oh, You know, something has just occurred to me. Something that perhaps should have been very basic. He has a champion in play, which means these attacks don't actually do anything. Well, I guess I'm just taking a province. That's awkward, isn't it? Greed definitely could have potentially hurt if it did anything. I totally forgot champion even blocked attacks for a minute there. I mean, it could be worse. It could have been like forgetting you need actions to play action cards like game 1. Anyways, now what do? I think I want to leave one vampire for next turn. I can turn it into a province if I draw. So, what maximizes my chance of drawing? Probably another hostelry and horse, I think. Steward is like horse, but with increasing pile at risk. So I think I like the hostelry plan. I'm just not going to play that last vampire. In turn. This is not a good starting hand. Not at all. His hand doesn't look great either, though. If he drew stewards, he'll probably be fine. But he could dud. Okay, that looks like a dud, which is good news for me. There's a very good chance I follow it up with a dud of my own. So I think he's just maximizing points here. He should take something else that's unique. A state or something. Just because at the moment I'm at 36, he's at 35. If he scores 2 more points, yeah, engineer works. That's probably goodbye. 37 to 36 makes a marginal difference because it increases the number of gains I need to win by 1. Like at 36 to 35, I could take 2 stewards and 5 ironmongers and win. Now at 37 and 36, I need 8 gains instead of 7, which is a higher amount. All right, all hope is resting on this steward. Please don't dud. Keep the dream alive. That looks good. That looks neutral. Come on. Come on. Are we getting there? Well, we almost got to the end of the deck. Is this enough? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gains, which should be enough, or 9 gains with Vampire. This should be enough, right? There's no way this is not enough. I'm just going to click on cards and hope things work out. Trash. Trash. Gain. Trash. End actions. Autoplay. We can buy an estate, I guess. And we will Vampire to gain Province. And Bat to turn back into Vampire for 2 more points. Okay. I was worried there in the middle. I think maybe he got the lion's share of the inventors, but maybe it came at the cost of having too little deck control in those final turns. And so when it was required, his deck couldn't perform.